Race fans, this is the Local Lap, the fastest 30 minutes of motorsports coverage from racing facilities throughout the state of Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Brooke DeGroot, crew member of the Image 1 Motorsports 360 Sprint Car, and you're watching the Local Lap, where the racers and fans stay connected.
We'll start first with the 7th annual Mid-State Sioux Thiel Memorial Classic, featuring the USAC Mopar National Midgets and Badger Midgets in competition.
With the 2008 racing season winding down, championship battles in many racing divisions are being decided by a handful of points. The Badger Midget Series Point Championship could be decided by the end of tonight's racing action. Mike Hess will be trying to capture the Badger Midget crown for himself and the number 4 Geriatric Motorsports Midget team. Before we go to the racing highlights, let's go down to the pit area where the Local Lap's Mike Davis is with his special guest.
Joining us on a Local Lap is Jerry Coons Jr., driver of the Wilkie Pack number 11 Midget out of Milwaukee. How you doing today, Jerry?
Doing good. Looking for a great night of racing.
Jerry is a 2-time defending winner of this Sioux Thiel Memorial. Jerry, describe for us what it's like on this big half mile here in a midget. There's a whole lot of racetrack out there to negotiate. Give us a little bit of an insight on how it is getting around the corners here.
That's really a fun racetrack. Pretty fast, a little bit flat, so you're carrying a lot of speed down the straightaways, and got to work the corners. There'll be a couple different lines. There's a good top and a good bottom, and you can widens up a little bit so you can get some good slide jobs that are going in the corners.
A lot of fantastic midgets out here today. Big numbers, and I think with the USAC and Badgers both running here tonight, the competition's going to be pretty good. What do you think you got for them?
Well, we'll see. Like I said, there is a lot of good competition here, a lot of good teams, a lot of good drivers. The best in the country are here, for this race. So, hats off to Dan Thiel for putting this race on and making it bigger every year and everything. And that's definitely going to be a good race. And we're just going to, give it everything we got like we do every night.
For our fans out there, tell us off the top of your head really quick, how many races have you run this year actually?
Probably around 70 to 75. I usually get to about 100 a year.
That's a full-time racer, fans. There you have it. Jerry Coons here at Dodge County. Going to run the Sioux Thiel Memorial. Jerry, thanks for being on with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
This year's event saw the country's best compete for the coveted Thiel Memorial hardware. The 2-car teams of Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, and Keith Coons came to Wisconsin to square off against the always competitive teams from the Badger Midget Racing Series. Getting the action started was the number 49 Casey Kane owned midget of Brad Sweet. On his second qualifying lap, Sweet set a new track record on the big half-mile track. Folks, that is flat-out motoring for these 4-cylinder mini rocket ships. Let's go to Heat 1 highlights. With the new track record holder Brad Sweet starting in the last row, by lap 2 he was already running in the 3rd place. The number 15 of Scott Hatton was leading, with Tracy Hines driving the number 21 Tony Stewart Racing entry, holding on to the 2nd position. On the next lap, Sweet made a beautiful pass on Hines to move into 2nd place. Coming off turn 2 with 1 lap to go, Sweet got under Hatton for the lead and went on to capture the checkers. Hines also got by Hatton for 2nd place, with Hatton and Caleb Armstrong rounding out the top 4. Heat 2 highlights. Leading the cars to the green flag, it was the number 67 of Bubba Altig. Coming off turn 2, it was Altig holding the lead. His aggressive driving style on the big half mile proved that the Badger regulars can hold their own when the big boys come to town. The number 67 of Altig goes on to capture the win in Heat number 2. Heat 3 highlights. Starting on the outside of row 1, Sun Prairie's Joe Whipperforth took a commanding early lead. The number 19 Imhoff Davis entry nailed the chassis setup as the car handled superbly. Joe was able to turn smooth, consistent laps. With the white flag waving, the number 71 of youngster Cole Whitt, driving for Keith Coons Motorsports, pulled alongside Whipperforth coming down the backstretch. Whitt would power by Joe, exiting turn 4 to pick up the win. Finishing a close 3rd was the number 11 of Jerry Coons Jr., driving the Milwaukee-based Wilkie Pack Motorsports Mopar-sponsored entry. Let's go to highlights from the A main and see who would be crowned this year's Mid-States Sioux Thiel Memorial champ. With the number 71 of Cole Whitt starting on the pole, we would find out early why this 16-year-old driving phenom from California, with the backing of Red Bull, has been touted as one of the best open-wheel drivers in the country. As the green flag drops, the racing action is non-stop. The mighty midgets show the fans what the term slideways is all about. The number 71 of Whitt jumps out to the early lead, with the number 99 of Brady Bacon running second and the 20 of Levi Jones a close third. The youngster Whitt kept his poise and pointed his car to the bottom of the racing surface, allowing the racer to get tremendous forward bite off the corners. Lap 16, the number 11 car of Jerry Coons Jr. jumped the cushion in turn 3 and went for a wild tumble. Jerry got out of the car shook up, but was not injured. What a testament to the safety and structure of the tubing which make up the chassis of these 800-pound, 400-plus horsepower midget race cars. When racing resumed, it was Cole Whitt back out front. Meanwhile, there were fierce battles from the second-place car all the way through the back of the field. Each pass on the track was a thing of beauty. With 7 laps remaining, the 99 of Brady Bacon put a nice slide job on Levi Jones, moving Bacon into the second position. Bacon would put forth a great effort to catch Whitt, but the kid would hang on for his first career midget victory. Finishing second was the 99 of Brady Bacon. Third place would go to the 20 of Levi Jones, with teammate Tracy Hines coming home fourth. For Mike Hess in the number 4 Geriatric Motorsports entry, a solid 8th place finish earned himself and his team the Badger Midget Series Championship.
Visit our website at www.thelocallap.com.